That leads me to one of my favorite pieces in the book, which is on page 77. It's Good Man. And you write as follows. There's a difference between a good man and a nice guy. A good man stands for certain ideals. And when those beliefs are contested, a good man is not a nice guy.
No.
I love that. Can you talk about how you came to that realization?
Yeah. So, I part of it, I think the best example would be around that time I was doing nothing but the rom-coms. Those are nice guy roles. They worked. I enjoyed them. I was getting paid well. They were easy to do. They felt like a Saturday. They're nice guy roles and nothing wrong with that. But I was ready to do more dramas in life. I was ready to stand up for things that I believed in and stand against things I didn't in life. And I wanted to also find roles that I could do that in. That's when I started becoming more of a good man. And that means you're going to run into conflicts. That means you're going to have to go against the masses at certain times. That means you're going to have to lead when you'd rather just sit back and watch sometimes. That means you're going to have to run towards crisis instead of away from it sometimes. That means you're not going to be popular. That means you're going to receive the blades in the back. And it's okay. It's easier too. I know for me, when my faith is stronger, because I can slough those things off because I'm going, no. I'm playing an immortal game here. That's the game I'm playing. Don't worry about the mortal game. Worry about the immortal game. So to have the courage to do that and what you stand for and don't stand for. And I always like to say this to people that are, as we're finding ourselves, especially young people, it's harder to say, oh, who am I and what do I want to do? It's easier to go, well, let's define who I'm not and what I don't want to do and eliminate those people, places, and things and habits that we have in our life that are not paying us back. Get rid of those. And by sheer mathematics, you'll have more things in front of us that do feed us. And hey, we all got good wolves and bad wolves in us. It's our choice to which wolf we want to feed. I'm trying to do my best to feed the good wolf, knowing that the bad wolf's still hungry.
Okay, speaking of the wolves, the Wolf of Wall Street, how fun was that role? I've got to ask you. This is an amazing role.
Mr. Hanna, what can I bring for you on this glorious afternoon?
Well, Hector, here's the game plan. You're going to bring us 2 absolute martinis. You know how I like them, straight up. And then precisely 7.5 minutes after that, you're going to bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that, every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out.
Excellent strategy, sir.
I'm good with water for now, though. Thank you.
It's his first day on Wall Street. Give him time. First time to work with Scorsese. First time to work with Leonardo. I'm getting called in for a day's work. I'm a little nervous. I get there.
Really?
But this character, oh yeah. I still get nervous no matter what I'm doing. I get nervous every single day at work. Just the right amount. I don't want to lose the butterflies yet. And I go in, and one of the things I do, not only on that show, but on all shows, is before I'll do a scene, I'll start banging my chest and find some sort of tune, and I'll hum it out and everything. And it's to relax myself. I'll do it before interviews sometimes. Relax myself, get out of my head, find the rhythm, and then come into the scene. Well, I was doing that before the scene with Leonardo and Wolf of Wall Street. But then as soon as we go action, I'd stop and we do the scene. We do the scene 4 times. Got it. Funny. Perfect. Let's move on. Marty says, let's move on. It was Leonardo's idea. Leonardo raises his hand. He goes, hang on a second. He goes, what's that thing you're doing before every take? And I told him what I just told you, to relax and get my voice down and everything. He goes, what if you did that in the scene? I was like, great. And the next take is the one you see in the movie.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, that's a great thing about you. You truly do have range. I mean, like, it's not every guy who can do both the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, that scene in Wolf of Wall Street, Dallas Buyers Club, and True Detective, right? And speaking of True Detective, I got to ask, who is your best friend in Hollywood, and why is it Woody Harrelson?
Woody has been a great friend of mine for a long time. I mean,
seems like a great guy.
Woody, I get younger. Anybody who spent time with Woody, he's one of the last wild men, a perpetual 8-year-old, has no context of time. And I mean, he can frustrate the heck out of you. But if he may show up 3 days late, he may show up barefoot 3 days late to your wedding, but you can't get mad at him because if you showed up a week late for his wedding, he don't care. So Woody always like to say, hey, even if you're going to the Oscars, it's probably best to bring your bathing suit.
I can't imagine like the cast of characters that has been in and out of your life. I wondered though, like thinking about, yes, who do you hang out with as friends? Anybody in Hollywood? Like, are you friends with the Hollywood people or no, you're friends with the Texas people?
Well, I'm friends. I've made some very good friends in Hollywood. I mean, but also some friends that I'm still friends with, people that I was friends with in college. I'm still friends with my buddy Cole Hauser, was just in town. He and I met on Dazed and Confused. He's having a great time now, career-wise, with his role as Rip in Yellowstone.
I know, he's amazing.
We're developing a project together. I still talk to Rory Cochrane, who I met on Dazed and Confused. And these are all friends of mine who are actors that I met in 1992. I've also
Cole Hauser was also in Good Will Hunting, which is like crazy that was him.
Yeah. Young Cole Kinney, with the short red fro. So I made friends along the way and met some wonderful people in Hollywood as well. That
okay, but here's where I wanted to take it. Is there anyone in Hollywood who you really admire, like whose values you admire? I'm sure you admire the work of many people, but like, is there somebody who's living in a way that you think, yeah, that's hashtag goals right there?
Well, I always looked up to the way Paul Newman led his life as a talented actor on screen, married to Joanne all that time, the only marriage throughout. The way he was able to be completely in the spotlight, but also live his own life. I always admired that.
And like you, also then gave a bunch of time and money to charity, like didn't just rest on his laurels. Gave over $100 million to charity thanks to the Paul Newman brand.
And made that was a part of his life. That was on his proverbial desk every Monday morning in his life. He made that a part of his life. And that was his choice. You know, people always go, yeah, but you've succeeded. You have the responsibility. I think that's an easy place to go. Don't go to responsibility. If you got the chance, you have the choice and the ability, but choices give us a lot more ownership than saying, oh, it's his responsibility. I ought to do it. But he did. So I've looked up to his life. You know, I learned something though from some people, and I won't say their names. They were elder men in the business. And this is when Camille and I first had children. And I said to them, they had children, and I said to them, hey, you know, you go on the road, you go on set for 3 months, 5 months, whatever. Do you take your family and your kids with you? And they said this version of this: look, it's either their friends or their dad. And all of them that I talked to said they chose to let their kids stay back and have their lives in their schools and be with their friends and not come to work with dad. And all of them said, if I could do it again, I'd have made them come with and choose to be with dad. And so when Camille and I had kids, before she pulled the goalie, she said, if we're going to do this, one condition: you go, we go. And so it's been a real privilege for me as a father and a husband and the head of the family that anytime I go to work, the family comes with. And that's been a major sacrifice for Camilla, but one that she would openly say, it reaps more rewards than it does deficits. Yeah. And it is getting harder now. And you're seeing this with your kids getting older. It's getting harder because they're older. They have social sort of circles and rhythms and teams. They're apart. And I don't know what I'm going to do the next time. You know, this last one, I just did what I could to get it to shoot in my hometown of Austin because I didn't want to take them away.
You got to cast more of the kids. More of the kids need to go into the next movie.
That's it. Cast more of the kids and shoot more down the road.
When inflation jumps, when you hear the national debt is over $37 trillion, do you ever think maybe now would be a good time to buy some gold? Well, it would be. Whether as a hedge against inflation, peace of mind during global instability, or just for sensible diversification, Birch Gold Group believes every American should own physical gold. So they created something special. And through September 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is going to offer you a rebate of up to $10,000 in free metals on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, request an info kit just right now. Text MK to the number 989898. Plus, Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into one in gold. and you're still eligible for a rebate and free metals of up to 10 grand. Make right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate of up to $10,000 when you buy by September 30th. Text MK to the number 989898 to claim your eligibility and get your free info kit now. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.